Hello, folks. Apologies for being a few minutes late there. We're having some serious technical issues tonight, or one of us was, so we're trying to resolve them. But we are here, and I will ad-lib to give people as much time as possible to make sure they're all settled and ready for tonight's game. So, hello, welcome to Campaign 2, Episode 5. Yeah, it feels like we've been doing this campaign forever already, and yet not very long at all. Very much enjoying it. Hope you all are. Hope you all caught the latest episode last week on Twitch, YouTube, podcast, whatever you're listening on. And yes, are ready for this week's chaos, antics and mystery. So before we get into all that, shall we run down our usual set of thank yous and shout outs. So a massive shout out to Incarnate, Albo Radio and Dungeon Alchemist for all things mapping and virtual tabletop. A big shout out to Hero Forge as well for those character visuals and token generation where we've used them. I'm also going to give a huge shout out to 2 Minute Tools a bit earlier on than usual when we're talking about tokens there, because you will see them for monsters a lot more coming up, because it just allows me to go do quick searches rather than having to build the monsters themselves. When we've got NPC specifically that we're fighting, or more humanoid individuals that are easier to make in Hero Forge, I will still continue to do so. But just for your generic monsters, we're going to use a bit more of 2 Minutes Tools. So thank you to them. The other DM's tools I use in the background, of course, big shout out to Kasoon, 5-Year Magic Shop, Thieves Guild, and World Anvil. And then for all things music, or not all things, but some things musical, a big shout out to Tabletop Audio as well. Where you all, if you're listening to podcasts specifically, I nicked a few tracks for that, for intros and outros and mid-rolls and all those sorts of things. But of course, Battle Bards is where it's all at. So all of our sound effects and most of our musical tracks as well come as a courtesy of Battle Bards, who we are affiliated with. Still working on that partnership with them to get some subscriptions for V2. More updates to come on that as we go through the weeks. But yes, if you want to go and register with Battle Bards to go get your own sound effects, using your own home games, podcasts, radio plays, whatever you're doing, then go use the code you see on screen, Malt and Magic, when you register, and get yourself a cheeky discount. Don't forget to check out our social media channels while you're at it. So, yeah, they're all along the bottom there: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all of the socials, all of the things that are on the internet where you can post stuff and people interact, that stuff, yeah? As I try and get my head into gear. Everybody's laughing at me and I feel very embarrassed now. But yes, anyway, so go check out the social media channels where you'll catch all sorts of updates, from random memes to artwork to updates. It's been a very good week for D&D this week. With some of the news that's come out, so hopefully that continues on. The community won, which is an absolute big bonus, shows the power of this community. So really happy to see that. We're going to continue to monitor the situation, and we will make some decisions on what we're doing with certain platforms as we go forward. What else to talk about? Discord. There's been a lot of chat ongoing on Discord. It's great to see that some of our Discord followers and subscribers are now putting their own channels in there, so people can go and watch each other, and that community aspect is really starting to coming together now, so I'm very much enjoying that. Thank you, JK, specifically for all your posts and updates. I've been managing to catch little bits here and there where I can, but very much enjoying it. I encourage anybody else that's on the Discord server to go do that. If you've got your own Twitch stream or your own YouTube channel, whatever, please share it so the rest of the community can enjoy it as well. And yeah, we can just have our own little Malt and Magic family that all supports each other. I think that's it for Discord. There's been some updates to Twitch. Somebody rightly pointed out that our description was wrong, so I have updated that. There will be more updates coming as we start to update the look and feel, just as and when we get time, life and all that. And then the final thing to talk about is the podcast, of course. So anybody that has been listening on the podcast and is listening on the podcast, thank you so much. It is amazing to see those listens go up. So please continue to support. If you can leave a rating or review, that will be amazing. I suppose the other thing actually on that is the YouTube views and subscriptions are up and are rising, so I am so pleased to see that. Might have something to do with the new format of the thumbnails, etc. We're going to try and get that to grow, get some more followers, hopefully get more people into the Twitch stream, and that should then feed into things like giveaways, of which the first one is coming soon, and I mean very soon. So be on the lookout, listen in. The only way to actually win and enter into that giveaway is going to be if you're on the Twitch stream. So if anybody's watching on YouTube or is listening on the podcast, I encourage you to come and join us on Twitch so you can see what it's going to be. I think that is it from me. I think everybody's okay in the background. We're all stable. Well, technically stable, mentally not so much. Anyway, with that, my usual warnings always apply. There will definitely be adult language, probably a lot of it tonight, and most certainly some adult humour as well. You have been warned. Let's roll. Heyo!
Hello.
Hello.
Not
Guess
so
which
happy,
one of us
Danny.
is having the most technical difficulties today, just by the look on our faces.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Well, first of all, welcome to our...
On purpose. Honestly did.
Dave's just pressing a button somewhere. But no, I'm going to welcome our first-time chatter, who has just dropped a note into the chat. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. And while we do that, let's run down the lineup as well, and then we can get into the chaos. So I am Matt, and as always, I am the Dungeon Master, and the emotion / slight physical representation of Cog. Dave, it's you.
It's me.
It's
I
you,
was
Dave.
just double checking stuff, and I then realised halfway through that's my cue to do something. So, hi, I'm Dave. I'm slightly with it at the moment. I am playing Duel of Shadows, the Tabaxi Rogue.
And I am Danny, and I am playing Lex, the UNT sorcerer, who will hopefully sort through the chaos and restore balance.
Very good. Hello, I'm Simel. Enjoy the first of many backgrounds I will have for the following month. And I am playing Cass's Whispcut, the Bladesinger Wizard, and I am on the move. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to have differing voice and video qualities over the next 6 weeks or so.
Yes, Samau is taking a magical mystery tour of a certain city, I believe. So, here, there, and everywhere. We will be missing Samau for a few weeks as well.
That's true.
We're going to try and line up some guest stars. At least one is in the works. So yes, Samau is on tour. If you catch him, go hug him. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Cool.
He's doing a Magic Mike show as Cassis, so make sure you go to this.
Cass's Vault Tour, let's go.
I'm going to say be careful, because that will become a thing at some point. There's going to be a Cassis cosplay. Full Magic Mike.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Cool. Right. Let's do a recap. While I ignore chat for a minute and everybody just... Let's let all the simp chat go, because here it comes. So last week, we descended into the depths of the Temple of Clothis in the city of Thalissa, and found a big long corridor to begin with, which I originally described as a big wide corridor and a very short corridor, which, yeah, idiot. So you found this corridor with a number of doors and a number of statues down the sides, and just started to explore. Very quickly found a few trapped tiles, which you set off, and then started to explore some of these doors. Found some skeletons, dealt with them, watched one drop itself down a hole, which was rather entertaining for everyone. And we also saw the untouchable swordsman get touched. Took a little nick. He then started to explore. I know I did. found some other doors as well, at which point I think Lex closed one door just in time, otherwise there was going to be an even worse battle. I'm glad it sounded wrong. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. That's going to keep me entertained for the rest of the evening. And yes, dealt with the skeletons, then started to explore a little bit more. Found a room with this strange marble platform, which kept calling to you and trying to actually pull you in. And you managed to resist and resist and resist only for so long until eventually, I can't remember who it was first, I'll have to go and rewatch the episode, but somebody eventually touched the platform. 2 people were then taken in by the call of this sphinx, this spectral sphinx that appeared. Try saying spectral sphinx 5 times quicker, it's very difficult. But yes, and there you go. It all comes out very, very weird, doesn't it? I was loving watching you do that there, Danny. It was fantastic. So, yes, 2 of you then had your fates read to you, revealed, or something of a reading, if you like, around who you are, where you'd been, where you were going, what your immediate challenge was. While one of you, Lex, resisted and chose not to. Following that and following that revelation, you then went and made your way to the main double doors, these huge, great, big black blocks of marble, to find that they were now slightly ajar, pushed, to reveal a very dark version of an apparatus or set of machinery that you'd seen a couple of times in Thalissa now. Almost an exact replica of the one in the Alchemist's office, in Artemisia's office. This orrery, but a dark one, made of black metal and purple light. In this room was another individual who, before disappearing, just sort of looked at you and said, interesting. And then they were gone, as these 2 grey-skinned humanoid figures then began to make their way towards you soundlessly.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
And that's where we begin today. I think the only other thing you'd noticed in this room is that there was a cage in the corner, and that was rattling slightly. And so, yes,
And also,
Yeah, this is all after a long rest. I remember having that. It's fine.
also,
And
Calcis
also-
is under the command or suggestion of Lex, which is also very important.
Oh no, I dispelled that. Didn't I, to try to do my other enchantment spell?
You didn't say you did.
No.
Going by the assumption he's still doing it.
What other things did you have to do, Lex, that would have cancelled it?
I dispelled suggestion to... No, sorry. I dispelled protection from evil and good to do suggestion.
Yeah, suggestion's still up then.
Correct.
So I'm still concentrating on suggestion. Sorry, wrong way round. Yep. You are my shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Stay by your side.
So, currently, Jewel is the only one in this room. Jewel's the one that saw this individual, whom I will describe to you, Jewel, in that brief moment. Jewel being who she is, capturing details. You see this very tall, imposing figure. Looks to stand around 6 feet tall, and despite them wearing a cloak, you can tell that they are very lean but somewhat muscular. There's this dark hair that falls in waves to this individual's shoulders, and these piercing blue eyes that stand out even in the darkness almost seem to peer into your very soul. The features on the face that you caught just before they disappeared were very sharp, chiselled, this hawkish nose and thin-lipped that was set into this cold, calculating expression. They were wearing this long black robe that was adorned with these intricate arcane symbols that shimmered with eldritch energy, I'll say. They looked to be made of some form of fine silk, lined with dark purple velvet, and then they wore this long hooded cloak. The hood was currently down before they disappeared. looked to be made of the same material. And yes, the next bit I'm going to ask you to make me a perception check for, please, to see if you spot this or not.
Okay. Does it help to use my eye for detail? Although that's
Yes,
more...
absolutely.
Yeah, cool. It only... Hang on a minute. Only means that it is allowing to use my bonus action. Really? But I don't think that's going to help, because that was first roll of the night. Rubbish. 8.
8. Okay, that is all you managed to see in this moment, as you then just hear that voice. Interesting. They disappear in a swirl of energy. These two figures then stepped out of the shadows and start to approach you. Lex and Karsis, what are you doing in this moment?
Staying together. But
Almost broke out in some High School Musical shit then.
We're all in this together. Yeah, I was. Don't tell anyone. I'll approach the room to be behind Jewel.
I would be
Lex.
behind Lex.
Very good.
I like to think that,
So-
as I said, by my side, you're like awkwardly right, like next to me.
Well, first of all, I hope that you...
Okay.
100%. That is what's happening.
I can feel your sword on my leg and I don't like it.
I hope you miss all the traps.
Well, interestingly enough, as you step over those tiles that were previously trapped, nothing happens now. So yes, let's just put some tokens on a map, and then it's time to roll some initiative, motherfuckers.
Nice.
Ooh,
Great.
13.
Well,
Not too bad.
I'll keep rolling digital dice. That's fine.
What was Lex's?
13.
Nice. Have I rolled that again? I have as well. That's ridiculous.
So Lex's was 13, and Jewel
20.
20.
Same as my last initiative roll.
Really dropped on the
Oh,
dice.
lovely sound.
Nice.
That was some great dice ASMR there.
Well, you nearly heard him go tick, 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 tick all along the floor, so I nearly dropped them all.
Excellent. So one of them,
Oh,
two of them. Yeah, map.
Map.
Gonna call that one A, because I'm ever original like that, and that one B.
No, you do that because we're simpletons.
I swear we keep
Makes it
fighting
easy.
these guys, A and B. Always.
So, to give you a description of these creatures, then, they are these tall-ish, muscular, Alison Barber like that, grey-skinned but hairless creatures. They have these dull grey eyes, something of a nose, but where the mouth would be is almost just this... Token might hit there. This fold of skin, or where skin meets together. They don't speak as they approach you, and they just begin to move forward. So first up, as these creatures begin to stalk towards you, is Karsis. Carry on, Lex.
As I said, they've just got flaps where their mouth would be. That's pretty...
Not
weird
quite.
that
It's
they've got
just
them
almost like the description I'm going to give you is when Neo's mouth is melding together in the Matrix, the
Yeah.
first one. It's like the almost completed form of that.
Nice.
So,
exactly what you mean
Karsis.
There is a almost like a step forward from Garces, but then something pulls them back, and they're actually going to kind of look at Lex, look at Jewel. They're going to say, "Well, I guess we are engaging then. I'm going to open my hand towards A, and there's going to be like that orange glow on the Carsus's skin that's going to travel down the arm and then shoot out of their hand towards A as I cast Firebolt.
Yes.
Nice.
That would be an 8 to hit.
An 8 is not
Oh,
going
wait a minute.
to hit.
Right.
Cool. Anything else on your turn?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, very good. In which case, A is going to move.
Damn, they rolled high. Sorry, Samara, what did you actually roll for initiative? I wasn't. I admit I didn't know it.
22.
I rolled a 22.
22, nice.
It's not bad.
Oh, that's good.
A is going to move to there. And seeing Jewel, he's going to attempt to slam. I need to pick a new dice for these fuckers. What do we think? Let's go with that one. That's grey. Yep, that'll do. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Rolled really high on that. You are going to take max damage, 10 points of bludgeoning damage there.
Jesus. Now, I'm guessing that
Is it
I don't have whatever that reaction is for. Is that rogues getting at level
Uncanny
5?
dodge.
Is it uncanny dodge?
You might do, actually.
Why can't I not
Familiar
see it? Am I
attack,
doing something
yeah.
silly with my character sheet? Because I was thinking that. Don't you get that straight away?
Features.
You don't go through away. Yeah.
Starting at level 5. So no, I don't have that.
Ah.
Oh. This fucking low level bullshit.
No.
Haven't had to do this in years.
Indeed. So that's going to be A then. B is going to come marching up 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm in Hell
25
City.
to there. And let's take our pick. Lex.
Oh, good.
He's going to try and slam at you with, I'm liking this dice tonight, that's a 23 to hit.
No.
Fucking hell.
That's not as good damage. That's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this fist just smacks you across the face. But I do need a concentration check, please.
Well,
10 or above.
now we're in battle, I was going to drop it on my go. So Lex can actually move about. I'll roll just for the sake.
I was going to
Got
say.
20.
Okay, so concentration is still up. With that then, Jewel.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, is it?
It's immediately very bad.
I mean, none of you are bloodied yet.
I'm got 6 hit points left.
Oh, it's not
What do you
updated.
mean?
It's not updated.
No one's bloodied. What the fuck, Matt?
It's not updated on my side. Sorry. Jewel's a bit fucked.
Oh, where the hell's his lower third gone? What the hell happened then? Oh, he's done that again. I'll sort Danny's out in a minute. Don't know why this happened.
I was going to say, to your turn, then sort the tech stuff out.
There we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, there's going to be a shit show of attacks of opportunity there. So there is going to be
Can you
a
not use
bonus
your
action disengage.
cunning action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be the bonus action disengage, and is going to. So Jewel will pull out both daggers, but sort of spin around. Her cloak gets quite in the faces of the other guys, and as she does, she then runs in a diagonal fashion in this direction.
Nice.
Say 25. I just want to know, where did Jewel actually see this person?
So the individual was stood right here.
Okay. How much did I just move then?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Move
You've
25.
got 5 more feet.
So we'll say, I suppose that's going to be an action or something, but that was my bonus action? Yeah.
Bonus action and movement.
Is going to suddenly remember that she was then given a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to down that because she just got
Nice.
walloped.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that's going to be it. Can't 2d4 plus 2 then, yeah, for those basic ones.
It is a basic one.
Yeah, so I'll take it. 5, 6, 7. 7 points back.
7 points of health back, and at the end of your go, that is then Lex's turn, who I'm assuming going to drop the concentration.
Yes, I'm going to drop concentration for suggestion on Carsis, and then Jules really fucked off. I will, as a bonus action, touch myself on the chest. I left a dramatic pause. I shouldn't have. I'm going to touch myself on the chest, and then you will hear like a weird, almost like in the back of your mind, like a weird dragon's roar, and you don't know why. But then what you will see spew out of my mouth is dragon's breath.
Oh,
What?
Which I am now concentrating on. So I will spew in a 15-foot cone, which will get A and B, won't it?
Yeah.
What type of damage
That's-
should I choose?
That's new.
I will choose
I hope that was Carson
Lex's
saying that.
angry.
in
He'll revert back to UNT nature. It'll be poison damage.
Nice. So, Lex, in this moment, seeing
Dex
these two
13.
creatures, these cogs appear behind you, and then there is just this sound of roaring before you open your mouth. 2 dex checks, then. Let's have a quick look.
I was always tempted
Yep,
to
okay.
pure dragon's breath, but I think she'll
That's
freak out.
cocked,
You've got your
but
living
more on a
creature.
4. I'm tempted to take it, but I will re-roll it because it was cocked. So, dex of 8
Fail. Is that
for
both?
A, and then B is a dex of 14.
Ooh, okay. So that is, I think that's half damage. Yeah, half damage. So 3d6 coming out, yeah? Fuck me. That's not too bad. 9. 9 poison damage, halved to 4 for the
9
other one.
points of poison damage and 5 for B. Very good. Anything else on your turn?
Movement-wise, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity, aren't I? So, and then they're going to attack me anyway. Now I'll stay where I am.
Okay. So
I
you're
think I
back
feel
up
safer
to
next
the top
Carsis, to be
then.
fair.
Carsis.
Casters, I'm going to, as the suggestion spell kind of dissipates, kind of shake my head, and I'm going to put my blade to Lex's throat.
Oh.
Well, hang on a minute, what's happening here?
And you then seeing being so close to casters, suddenly you can you can tell they are mad, and at this point you can tell like the demon ancestry of casters is very much visible now, and they're just going to look at you and they're going to say, "You keep your spells out of my head, I keep my blade out of your neck." And as I say that, my blade is going to shine in a rainbow color, and I'm going to slash at the air in front of me towards B and A, as I'm going to cast Color Spray, as this
Nice
rainbow color just explodes onwards.
Brown is
I need to
colour
roll
for me in my trousers, I think.
I need to roll some stuff. Casters did say gay rights, very much so.
So
So
Jewel is no longer bloodied at the moment, if my calculations are correct.
fixed.
So I've rolled 30 on the dice on my color spray. So ascending order of their current hit points. So starting with the creature with the lowest hit points. Each creature affected by this spell is blinded until the end of the next turn. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the next creature. So, does one of these have less than 30 hit points?
No.
Well, fuck. Then that is a wasted spell.
Aww.
Can you remember
So it has
in
to-
campaign 1 when I used to cast sleep and it was the same mechanical, you had to deduct it from the hit points? It never worked for me either.
So does one of them get
Yeah.
affected at all?
That's a good question.
You subtract each
A
creature's
creature's-
hit points from the total before moving on
creature's
to
hit
the
points-
next one.
A creature's hit points
Right.
must be equal or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected.
Okay. So these creatures, their heads just sort of snap back towards you and look at you.
Cool.
Cool. What you notice then is that A itself shifts, its skin shifts and changes, and it becomes Carsis.
Damn.
No, you didn't.
Precisely.
Didn't.
And
Oh,
B
boy.
is very much going to do the same and shifts
Oh, there's 3 of me. Lovely.
into Lex. Sorry.
Oh no, 2 of me.
Oh, damn.
Oh boy. Okay.
So that is going to be their turn. I will say that A is then going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to there, but can't do anything else on its turn. Jewel.
Jewel will move if she has to, but can she check if anyone is in the space that she saw the person who disappeared? Whether what check or investigation or something.
Make me an investigation check. Make this one free. This will be a 1 free check on your turn.
Sure. So let's give it a investigation check, which is just that very nice. Love it. 21.
21. You don't see any shimmering of air or disturbance on the earth to indicate that anybody is still there.
Okay. So next question, and I know that I have now used up my free action. I will happily use my eye for detail as a bonus reaction to check. Do I know that this Karsis is Karsis or not?
So I'm gonna say in this moment, as you then turn to see Karsis step towards you, you would also see another Karsis beyond them. I am gonna ask you to use that reaction to make me a very quick perception check.
So yeah, this is a bonus action perception check using eye for detail,
Yep.
and it will actually allow me
very
to
good.
uncover clues and or know if a creature's not what they say, which is perception 19.
19. What you notice is that this looks like Karsis, but Karsis carries something very unique, which is their sword. And this creature is not carrying a sword.
Okay, so I now have my movement and my action. Unfortunately, Jill's going to disengage. She's going to run away from this.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is
Yep.
going to
Jill
be
disengages.
disengage 5, 10. She looks at this thing now that it's sort of in her way, so you can see she can get past it. This massive thing in the room, but it's gonna. She looks really hesitant that she's doing it. She kind of pauses, but then he's going to dash past it. So, not dash is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get to there.
Okay. Very good. So you quickly see this thing, realise, that's a bit strange, and disappear. Well, not disappear, but make your movement behind this dark orrery. That is your go then. Lex, you see another one of you in front of you.
Yeah, so what's the dog? Fucking hell, I forgot what it was called. Cog comes out of my pocket and hovers around me to make it clear to everybody I'm the OG Lex, not the imposter Lex.
Nice.
And then I will move diagonally to there. Concentrate, move with me. Thanks, mate. And then I will try and take this Lex out with my dragon breath to give. So I'm going to aim it so I
Okay, you
don't
are going to get an
cast it.
attack of opportunity first, which is a 15 to hit.
Cog. Yeah, it will.
That was a 1 on the fucking dice anyway, so that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right, I'm still bloody now. That's a Dex 13 from you, please.
You need a concentration check before you do that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Touche. 23, baby.
Oh, he's
Nice.
concentration checks.
As you then
he's
just
got-
I've got good
roar
con,
out
haven't I?
Coggle Flutter over here.
And you got proficiency, don't you? As a sorcerer.
Yeah, boy.
Sorcerer's good, man.
So, Dex check from B. Natural 1. Double whatever damage it is going to be. So
Nice.
critical fail.
Oh, that's going to be a
That
good one.
is. So I rolled 12, so that'll be
Incredibly
24.
disappointed. 24
Nice.
points of damage. Poison damage.
I will use. Oh, can I change it each time? No, I'll stick with poison.
you just
Make it a bit.
spray this poison out, and you can see the poison actually sort of almost leach into this creature's skin as the scales that mimic yours go very, very pale, almost a pale grey for a second. Yeah, that will be that. Anything else on your turn?
No. There's not a do to be fair. I'm pretty tapped out on everything else, and so that'll be me done. I'll save my reaction just in case I've got a reaction I can use. That's pretty much it for now.
Okay. In which case, back to the top of the round to Karsis. Or Yasis, for anybody who was in our Discord channel earlier.
I will think to myself how this creature turning into Lex right now is literally the worst thing it could have done for itself. And I will then grab my short sword and I'm going to stab it, assuming there's the swang at legs. So it's kind of like the legs are kind of turned towards Lex at the moment. So I'm going to try and stab it right where the kneecap meets the two bones.
Yeah.
With my sword.
When you said that, I felt it in my
did.
knee.
I felt that. Oh.
19 to hit.
Fuck me, yes, that's going to hit.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage as you just stab in, and the blade pierces between those two bones. You can feel the kneecap itself dislodge as this creature's leg almost spins round on itself. It doesn't seem too bothered, but blood is beginning to spray out and seep out.
And then, kind of like keeping up with the movement, I'm actually going to sort of turn and rotate and take that movement to put myself between this creature and Lex. And as I'm doing that,
Nice.
I reach towards my left boot and I'm going to take out a dagger from it and I'm going to stab the creature in the chest with 2-weapon fighting.
Nice.
23 to hit.
Was that a natty? No, it wasn't. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Go for it.
So I'm going to roll...
Or I should say, in the name of Clothis.
3 points of piercing damage on that as well.
3 points of piercing damage. As Karsis stabs in, spins, brings this dagger up and just straight into the chest of this Lex lookalike now. Really not looking good, this creature. Okay, creature A then is going to follow Jewel. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just 30. Is then going to attempt to hit Jewel with a big fist. An 18 to hit.
Yes.
Oof.
Getting smaller. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still not cool.
B is then going to try and punch Karsis somehow. 16 to hit.
16 is my armor class. I'll take it.
Okay. 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature just retaliates and smacks you straight in the very, very muscular chest.
Lex behind me sees Lucas's back muscles are just starting to like flex. I'm about to fuck this creature up next.
I'm scared for my creatures. Okay, Jewel, your turn.
Okay. Can I see through this contraption?
You could see, not through it as such, it is a big contraption, but you couldn't see through the gaps to the other side where the folks are, yeah.
The other ones. And
Yeah.
Jules feeling pretty
Indeed.
stupid that she just ran away from it, and more precisely, ran away from people who might be able to protect her. So, she's going to... It was an instinct. It was a thing. Bonus action disengage again. It's going
Fight
to
or flight?
Fight or flight. Feline agility. She can now double her movement. She's now going to disengage.
Nice.
She's now going to run and basically doesn't damage it, but kicks off A and just shoots away. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and comes barreling towards B. And he's going to just... He's like, right, here are my friends. Here is this other creature. Sees that Cog is round that one and is just going to pile drive into B. So I'm going to actually use Cat's Claws on this one for the attack, which may not work. But yeah, she just comes out like a panther on all fours and wipes out B, hopefully.
So flanking rules will apply for this one, I'm going to say, because Tarsus is pretty much on. It is a +2 to hit.
Okay. And
This is now turning into an episode of Thundercats. I love it.
Thundercats.
So that will be a dirty 20.
And your
to hit.
Thundercock.
A dirty 20 is definitely going to hit. This
I
will
also believe that this
of
will
course,
mean that
involve
I get
sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Yes.
Oh,
So that is 2.
treat yourself, Dave. It's a wonderful place to be, Snake Attack.
Oh, lovely.
Are you missing it, Danny?
I am. I'm missing all the things I could do.
Oh my
I feel
god,
like my turn's over
13
really quickly.
points of slashing damage.
So, what we all see then as Jewel just comes dashing around using all 4 paws and then just leaps towards B with these daggers outstretched. A cat blossoms out of the back of B with these 2 daggers as B drops, and Jewel is then just stood there with this dark purplish, almost greyish like blood dropping off of those daggers as B falls and is dead. It had 12 hit points left.
Holy shit.
Nicely done.
That momentum, I'd like to also say, because I got 40 feet, will move me past 45, 50. I've got 10 more feet of movement, but I'm going to be there. We'll get up, turn to Carsis and Lex. What are these things? What are they?
They're dead. They just don't know it yet.
There we go. Very good. Lex.
Oh, can I get to these people? Let's get my ruler out.
Ruler. That's a big ruler.
That is a big, thick ruler, isn't it? Yeah.
To also clarify, I have
These
used
agents of
feline
chaos
agility
will not prevail.
because I assumed that during us not fighting, I would have stayed still for at least 6 seconds, therefore would have got it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, Mr. Bloody. So
I'm not sure why the attachment's not working today. This is a bit bizarre. But okay.
I'll go close enough to then use my dragon breath again, please. This has got a 15-foot range.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
God damn it.
So halved and halved again. I believe if it takes half damage.
Let me roll through 6s so I can make sure from most of my wild one now. 10. So 2. 2 poison damage.
Three.
We round up.
Oh, 2.5.
You round up.
Yeah.
Round up in this game. Cool. Okay, we're around to the top then, unless there's anything else you want to do on your turn, Lex?
Nope, use my movement. That's pretty much all. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I did like that response in the chat there. Why is everyone bloodied? Level 3.
Do you need any more explanation?
And this is us with A
Very good.
on.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
We can thank Lex with those 5 extra hit points. Fucking hell.
Very good.
Cool.
Karsis, then.
Jewel, you're going to hear me kind of say as Lex is moving away, I'm going to say, he's going to get himself killed. And I'm going to rush. I want to, like, Matt, you apply the rules that you need. Can I potentially, with checks, make my way through that and just acrobatics my way through it?
I like it. Make me an acrobatics check, please.
You know, I was so tempted to ask the same, and then went, Jewel's not going anywhere near this thing.
Oh, Kaz is seeing red right now.
Yeah.
I will say as I'm running, I will whip my tail behind me to grab the dagger from the body of this creature.
Nice.
Oh.
Acrobatics check. 12?
Cassis, wait! I came back here for you! Oh, shit.
That's true.
So, it's not quite as elegant as you want, but you manage to sort of dive up to where the first of these arms that connects to a globe comes around and sort of roll over the top of it, slide underneath, and then pop up next to A.
Great.
Can I ask you to
as I
make
do that-
me a quick... Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I really hope that Cassis says, hey, good looking. I really hope he does.
11. No. I saw 10 on the dice, and I was like, that's going to be a +1. No, it's a -1, so it's a 9.
Okay. As you sort of roll over this arm and you look towards that globe, there is a moment where you see a totally different environment. It is dark, there are lightning crackles in the side, and it throws you off slightly. There is going to be a -2 penalty to your next attack.
Oh.
That's nice.
Sure. I mean, I'll take it. I'll try to... yeah, I'm just going to try and stab this creature in the chest, which is the biggest target right now, and just try to shake it off, basically.
You're
Natural
trying to give yourself a compliment there. Natural one.
So that's
The reason I think
4.
So as
to hit.
this-
Okay.
As this disorientation sort of takes you and you roll over, you see the creature and go to stab, but then your mind just flashes back to that landscape and you stab wide and just a little bit stunned by what's going on.
Well, I never thought I'd be doing this. It's a bit strange. But needs must. I'm going to kind of duck and, like a scorpion, just use my tail to kind of like try and stab it on the bonus action. Yeah. 24.
Yeah? Get a fucking dagger.
+5 to hit. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna as I stab, I'm gonna again rotate the dagger within this creature to try and do a little bit more damage than what is there. I do not. I do 1 point of damage. I
Okay.
have to take my second roll.
There was a feature used there.
Yeah, pierce a feet.
It was indeed. Very good. So this creature takes 1 point of piercing damage as this blade just whips over the top and sort of just nicks it on the shoulder before coming back. And you are there. No longer disorientated, or disoriented even, when I can speak English. and the effect of whatever happened to you is now passed. And we are then to Karsis 2.0, who is going to just try and punch in the face. Natural 1.
I like that dice.
So as it sees you coming sort of through this orrery miss with the blade, it goes to punch you, and then that dagger just nicks it on the shoulder and it sort of whiffs wide. Again, silence, not even breath with this creature. You hear very little. Jewel.
After shouting after Cassie, "Ah, shit!" And then we'll run forwards again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, straight back to where she was before. Goes back.
I like it.
And then throw her second dagger towards Alice. That one.
Like fucking Roadrunner around here.
Yeah. So that is then 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Sneak attack because of Karsis.
Oh, damn, yeah.
It's engaged.
Yeah.
Nice. That is. Hang on a minute. Yep. 15 points of piercing damage.
This creature is now bloody. This dagger just where Karsis had just nicked the shoulder, your dagger punches in and the arm goes limp as it's still trying to swing towards Karsis there. Anything else on your turn?
Are these things creatures? Are they dead? What are they? That'll be yours. There you go.
I should have said that when you killed the one that looked like Lex, its form reverted back to that dull grey skin, pale grey eyes, but that mouthless face. And I will just put it there and put it sideways so it's dead. Just so we know where the body is. Anything else on your go, Jewel, or is that it?
Can you look at what's on the table?
Make me a very quick investigation check, please.
I'm just trying to think. I haven't used my bonus action, have I?
Yeah, not.
Nope. Sneak attack is just a thing, isn't it? It's not a no, it's not a bonus action.
No, so yeah, use the eye for detail again then. So it can be a bonus action.
Okay.
So that is. So it does say to make a perception check or make an investigation check. Oh, so it can be an investigation check. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's this one? Sorry, actually, it can be both. I don't mind which.
You choose.
I go with perception check because I'm not right next to it. I know that it's like a couple of feet away on the table, and that will be a dirty 20.
Okay, what you see on the table is this large book that is open, and there is writing in there. You see an inkwell and a quill. You see what looks like a small hourglass, this strange, large, greenish glass sphere, and another contraption, which, for the life of me, a small. I don't know if you'd know what this is. It's a microscope, but I don't know if Jewel would have seen that before.
That's cool. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. That's my go.
You also notice a rough pillow on the floor to your right hand side there.
Sure.
Very good. Lex.
Well, I can't be using dragon breath because I'll be melting 2 people. I don't know what to do.
Can you not angle it?
I am. You were?
Can you not angle it away?
Well, it's a 15-foot cone. It's hard for a cone not to hit Karsis.
Yeah, not
Unless-
getting right in the face.
Yeah,
you're
you'd probably
nose to
have to
nose.
get up close and personal.
Just
then.
grab the head of this creature and just.
I'm going to literally. You've read my mind.
He's
Now.
gonna do
I'm
it.
going to get right up. I'm going to get right up close to him, and I will say, "How dare you steal another man's face?" And then sort of grab him by the head and just vomit poison breath on him. Dex 13
I was
saving
just
throw. If you
checking-
found a Dex throw when I
Yeah, I
stood
was-
right in front of you, I'll be livid. If you make the
I was
save,
just
Whether it's
checking
sort
to
of a
make sure
ranged
that
thing,
that doesn't. It's not a it's technically not a ranged attack.
It's
Yeah,
not,
So-
it's not an attack. It's not an
It
attack
hits
at
you
all.
in. It hits you in front of you, or 15 feet away. So
It's
yeah, I
an
suppose.
area of effect thing. So, Dex, that is a big fat 10, I believe. It is.
kitchen.
Well, Carsis,
Roll well.
now you can see what it looks like from the exterior
9.
as your face melts.
9.
That's good.
9 total.
Yeah.
9 points of poison damage as just this greenish breath just. No real reaction other than I'm going to say the eyes of Carsis 2.0, where they were pink and blue, turn to that very dull grey, and it looks like they are just dripping with this black liquid down Carsis's face now. It's not looking good. Anything else on your turn?
Now, do I dare move away? Do I dare move away? I'll stay there.
Okay,
So I'm
Carsis.
and then it's Cassis' going, he'll kill it, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I will take my sword and stab this creature sort of in the same place where I stabbed with the dagger previous turn. Actually,
Aiming.
I was going to say, could I move to get flanking?
Of course you can.
To the side. Great. So I'll just roll one more again. Cool, I'll take the first roll. That's a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Haha, very nice.
Will hit.
That's going to be
Just about hit.
9 points of piercing damage as I kind of just
points.
move around, avoiding all the poison on the floor currently, and just kind of stab it in the back of the neck, essentially.
So, Lex, what you would see is having just. You close your mouth and sort of look through that fog as this blade tip just reaches towards your nose. It comes through the neck of this Carsis lookalike. Anything else on your turn, Carsis?
It's not dead yet.
No.
Oh, then I'm going to stab it with my dagger again. Okay.
There's not much of it left, but it's not dead yet.
21 to hit.
That will hit.
2 points of piercing damage.
2 points of piercing damage as you stab up with the dagger. It is then this creature's turn.
Oh no.
Still alive.
Smell, that was Jules' dagger you're using. Is that right? Or was it yours? Do you have
No,
one?
I'm using. I've got my own.
You have one. That's cool. That's cool.
So yours is probably still on B.
Yeah, well, I said it was also cat claws, technically, so
That's true. That's true.
I suppose I should.
Oh, yes, I did. Sorry, I totally fucked that up when I was describing it.
But there's a dagger currently in B, right? Because we threw one.
Threw on A.
A.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's one then.
Yeah, sorry. There's one in A. Jill will have one left. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it. What's A gonna do?
A is going to shift again, I'm not going to change the token, but it shifts into this male yuan ti. Somewhat similar looking to Lex, but younger, a lot younger. Around the age of 14. And out of the mouth, just above where the blade punches through now, Lex, you are going to hear this creature cry out in the voice of Silas. Help me! And that will be its turn. Jewel.
Okay. Jewel's not getting any closer to A because there's the contraption, Carsis and Lex, and also that weirded her the fuck out. So she's going to move 5 foot upwards. Is going to then see the book, and she's going to... She hasn't got a bag of holding. It's going to be a normal backpack. So it's going to be whatever she thinks she can grab, and I'm going to say that will therefore be at the very least the book. But if there's anything else, she's going to be able to grab that.
So you're going to grab the book.
Yep. Can I grab anything
Make me a
else?
dexterity saving throw, please.
Fantastic. Yeah. Brilliant. 8.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
I can't do maths.
5.
That is
sure.
going to be 12 points of force damage as you touch the book and this blast of energy just strikes into you.
Jewel hits the floor.
Fuck.
Just seeing if I've got a... I have. So Jewel goes unconscious and hits the floor. Excellent. Lex.
So, seeing that he's just turned into Silas and asked me to help him, no longer able to keep his emotions down, you'll just see his fangs bare, his eyes narrow. How dare you use his name? And he'll grab him by the head and use shocking grasp.
Oh.
From this.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
God, we're...
I don't know how I'm
think
supposed to put
you
the
have-
his head.
Flank.
I think. Yeah, flank, yeah.
Oh, what do I do with flank add 2?
Plus
Plus
2.
2, yeah.
Plus 2, that's only a 10 though to hit.
Mm.
Yeah.
If it misses,
The arms are going to... Go on.
I will say, in my anger, because it comes from my sorcerer side, and I'm using emotion to channel the magic, it's not going to work, and it'll just shock up my arms, but then dissipate by the time it gets to my hands.
Absolutely. So there's that moment where you're using your emotion, you reach forward, and the spell almost starts, but then fails, and 2 arms just grab onto yours. 2 14-year-old Yuan-Ti arms, hands that grasp against your forearms as this energy just dissipates. Anything else on your turn?
So I will just hiss instead.
Carsis.
I saw what happened to Jewel. Lex didn't. And I, seeing that, will shout Jewel, and immediately just try and stab this creature. I don't care like what Lex is doing to it. We need to finish this real quick. That's not what it was, but okay. It's an 18 or 20 to hit. Unnatural.
Yep, that's absolutely going to hit.
6 points of piercing damage.
Karsus Wisp Cut. How do you want to kill this creature?
Well, thank
Seeing that Lex's attack didn't work, I will literally just grab the shoulder of this creature and like pull it, so pin it against the wall as I just stab it in the gut, and then not even like looking, I just take the sword out and run towards Joel. A very unceremonious kill.
So you begin to move towards Jewel as these creatures now reverting back to their original form, that grey, mottled, muscular but emaciated skin, the mouthless face. They both now lie in pools of this purplish greyish blood. Karsus, you rush over to where Jewel now lies unconscious on the floor. You technically still have bonus actions. So what do you wish to do?
Assess that impact didn't outright kill her, I guess.
Okay. Make me a medicine check then, please.
Cool. That's gonna go great. It did natural 20 for a 17.
Okay, as you rush over to where Jewel lies and you place your long fingers against the neck, just trying to find that pulse. You feel it weak, slow, but there. Jewel, I'm going to ask you to make me a death saving throw, please.
Yeah. 12.
Lex, you're still alive.
Just about. Sorry, I lost myself for a moment there. Don't forget we got potions in our backpacks.
That's one success for Jewel. So you feel that pulse just sort of surge for a second. What is it you wish to do, Karsus?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of the potions of healing on my backpack, and I'm gonna dump it. So that's 2d4 plus 2. Five points of healing.
5 points of healing. As that potion then seeps down Jewel's throat, and you see no wounds heal. As well, in fact, you would see some of the contusions that are on Jewel from the punches from those creatures heal up slightly, but the eyes just sort of slowly flutter open, and Jewel, you find yourself staring up at a black marble ceiling with Karsus leant over you, an empty vial just held over your face.
Oh.
Hey, you're back.
Oh. What? What happened?
You alright?
No.
You touched the... Well, you tried to grab the book from what I could see, and yeah, you just got blasted by something.
I fucking hate magic.
Yeah.
Oh. Get me up, please.
Yeah, I help Jewel up, look over her legs, and say, "Are you all right?"
Can I have some potions out of my backpack, please?
Cog is just going
Yeah.
to brings it out in one clawed foot and just sort of hands one to you.
There was someone else in the room. They disappeared when I arrived. I don't know whether they are still here. Is there any way we can check?
Cog, scan the room. And Cog will use his true sight to look around the room. See if there's anybody.
Nothing.
He doesn't seem to be here if he's invisible. Cog can't see him. Cog would see him even.
I suppose that is a blessing, but I fear that they were probably the people who were controlling this. I tried to pick up the book. I wanted some evidence, anything, just to get out of here. Oh. Is there any way of taking...
I mean, we have this place. We know where it is, and well, we have that. Pointing at the black.
Yes, can you get that
What you
in
call
your
it?
pocket? I don't think we can take it.
No, I unfortunately cannot. But I suppose we could. Is it just the book that's on the table, Matt? There's no like loose paper or
So
anything?
there is the book, the quill and ink, the hourglass, this big glass sphere, and then the microscope, or this contraption. It looks like an eyeglass but pointing down towards this stand where there's two clips that reach out as if something's meant to clip in there and you stare down at it.
Jill's going to walk away, walk to A, pick up her dagger, and then we'll skirt back around down to the first one, B, that she actually killed. She's going to check if it's dead.
Okay, make a medicine check, please.
Ooh, that was good. What am I adding to that? That's the wrong browser window. Medicine. 21.
Nice.
It's difficult to figure out on this creature where you might try and figure out if it's alive or dead. It appears humanoid. You've not seen it before. Does it have the same anatomy as most other humanoids? But you do feel around the neck. You find no pulse. You sort of push it a little bit. Look at those eyes, those lidless, dull grey eyes, and there is no life to this creature. It is gone.
She'll say loud enough to Lex and Carsis of the other side of the room, but not like shouting it. I did not mean to kill it, but I think I got away from me a little. I was a little scared.
I must say I'm glad that you did.
Yeah.
I also must apologise. I lost myself a little bit there, and my emotions got the better of me, and it nearly cost me the fight. I'm sorry.
She'll stand up and start walking back to the group.
As you start walking back towards the group, that cage in the corner again just and rattles, jumps about a bit.
Nope.
Which corner is that one? Sorry.
Not touching that.
It is in the bottom right-hand corner of the room. So
Okay. Down there.
I'll move towards it.
okay.
I would suggest you don't do that, Lex, but I don't want your. I want my head to stay on my body, so just be careful.
Are you taking a
There's
look
just
inside?
there's a sharp look from Carsus towards Lex before going back to the cage.
I would say that in the panic, Joel didn't see any of the antics of you two back at the entrance to the room.
That's
She
fair.
she sodded off the other direction.
Okay. Are you looking inside the cage?
Yeah. Have a look.
Okay. As you look inside the cage and it jumps again, you see this creature with long talons and this single eye that peers out from within the darkness. There's a strange intelligence to this eye and something of a malevolence. It watches you, and that eye just peers at you. I need you to make me a deception check, please.
Nice.
Very confused right now. 21.
So is it like a one-eyed bird?
We are going to have to repeat that check, please. Roll again.
Wow.
Rollies!
Damn. Yeah. 18.
You feel that eye staring at you. And you sort of look back, shrink back, and then it just snaps toward you. Would you like me to make me either an Arcana or a Nature check? Because I knew that question was coming. Have you seen this before?
I will take Arcana. Natural 20 for a 26, my friend.
Carsis, in your reading around various topics and your studies and reading about different types of magic and the nature of, or something of the nature of the universe, there are those who are able to summon things from beyond, different planes, different universes. A common creature that, or sorry, you've heard tale of creatures that are turned when a wizard goes too far, or an Arcanist goes that bit too far in their studies. They can become twisted, and they turn into creatures that are known to those who study them as Nothics or Nothics.
Oh.
You need a mind blown emoji.
Level 10.
Okay.
Cool.
Would I know
and
the-
I think on that... Go.
Okay. Yeah, carry on. I was
Go.
going to say, would I know usually the nature of these creatures? I assume if it's a wizard going too far, that's not going to be great.
So,
But
from what you remember, and with that role specifically, you know that even though they are wizards that become cursed and tainted and changed, they retain no knowledge and no awareness of their former selves. They tend to hide in the shadows and haunt places that are rich in arcane knowledge or arcane power. They are often drawn by memories and impulses that they don't understand from their past lives. You also know they're very, very good at extracting knowledge. They have this strange magical insight. that allows them to extract knowledge from other creatures. They covet magical items, and they will very greedily accept magical gifts in exchange for knowledge sometimes.
Like an evil mockingbird.
Mm.
Should be like, or no, not mockingbird. The who likes shiny? What the fuck are
Magpies.
birds? What are they called? Fucking hell! I could not think of what they were called. I had an absolute aneurysm then.
Cool.
Very good. And I think on that bombshell, we will then take a very short break. Hello.
Oh,
computer
look
fucked
at
up
my
again.
terrible
I'll be
hit
back
points.
Yes, they are not great hit points, Jewel. Cool. So, I hope everybody had a nice break, wondering about what the fuck we are doing. Thank you to everybody joining us on Twitch so far. Hope you're enjoying it. Yeah. So, party. What are we doing? Cassis, you've obviously discovered this thing, and you understand what it is and how it works.
Yeah, so I will kind of stand up and look towards the other two, and I'll say, I wouldn't get too close again to this kid. Not that you're trying to, but the creature in here is not, well, it's not really quite, it's not really good for us right now. Joel and Lex, you look slightly worse for wear. I don't look very well. I always look good, but I look slightly lesser right now.
Yeah,
I propose that we let...
Still intact?
Yes, of course. That would be the last thing to go. I suggest that we go back to the Lyceum and maybe we let... we inform of what the situation is here. Artemisa probably will want to know that there is a second one of those devices around town, and I'm not sure that it's going to be a coincidence.
I totally agree. I believe that this must be the thing that has been causing her issues. Is it wise to leave this place unguarded whilst we go back? Should one of us go and the other two stay near the door? To the temple entrance where we came in. For one, I know that there are other people looking for this place, and there was that I use the term loosely, friend of yours, Cassis, who was that thug. And the last thing we want is them to get back to the other people that they found it first. Forgive me, but I want my payday after being knocked out.
True.
Speaking of which, you must be due to fight him pretty soon.
Yes, I believe I had a couple of hours, so I probably should be going back as well.
Perhaps, Lex, do you mind going to the Lyceum and gathering whoever to come and see this? Cassis, maybe we can sit and wait by the door, make sure no one comes in, but try and rest a while.
West a while.
Rest a while.
Sorry, couldn't fucking resist.
That's not Jill, that's Dave.
Weirder wabbits.
We're hunting for tail.
Lex, how long does the spell you cast on the door last for?
Okay, well, that's probably.
What, did that require concentration?
I bloody hope not.
It doesn't. It lasts
No,
for
it
8
doesn't.
hours.
It just lasts for 8 hours.
Oh, sweet.
So, the alarm
And
on
you
the
have
door.
to be within 1 mile.
It only works if it's a smaller or larger creature that enters through the space. So, given what we've come up against so far, I don't think it'd set it off anyway.
All right. So,
Read that spell again.
yeah, smaller or larger. So,
It's anything from tiny upwards. So basically, whenever anything enters, it will set it off.
Well, it says it. Well, the alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the water area.
yeah.
So
Tiny is
that's
the smallest.
tiny,
So
small, medium, huge, or large, huge, giant, gargantuan.
I
Literally,
just took that
tiny
to
is the
mean
smallest.
tiny or large.
Or
Two
large.
ends of the spectrum.
That would be very specific and weird.
That would
Okay.
be very weird.
I thought it was weird, but I wasn't going to question it. All right, yeah.
Caleb
Yeah, it'll be
shit
fine then.
doorbell
Let's work
is
on
what
that.
that one's called.
It's the best alarm ever. If a gnat comes in, I'll know about it.
I had forgotten you would put that down. Does that mean that we can all go and realise, know if anyone has come in?
Well, I suppose we'll know somebody's entered, but it's not going to stop them from getting in.
Then maybe we stick to the original plan. At least you would know if you're the one who goes that someone has come in or not.
Excuse me for being blunt, but if you want to stay behind, are you really best to defend it should any violent assailants come in, given your current status?
I wasn't going to say I was going to
Wouldn't it
fight
be best
them.
if
I
me
would
and
simply
Carson-
know that they had come in and maybe stay out of the way. I was not hoping to stay here myself. Just myself, sorry.
If we need to defend this place, I'm just thinking me and Carson might be better equipped. And given how fast you can move on those legs, you might get to the Lyceum before me.
I am quite tired, but I will do my very best to get there as quickly as possible if you both agree that it is better for me to go.
Well, I know you like the look of what's on that table there, but I don't want you to touch it while I'm not here.
I only
Again.
wanted it as proof. That does not seem like it would give me a good resale value, apart from the prize of what we have here. So we have that new plan. Very
Seems
well.
to-
I will go if that is the agreement.
Seems to make the most sense.
Very good. Lex, I will not break your charm on the door if I go through. Will it work if other people go through, or...?
Let me just read the spell again. Thank you very much. No.
Spill!
Oh no, I can designate creatures that won't set it off.
So obviously you designated all three of us when you cast the spell originally.
All three of us are cog, of course. Won't set off the alarm.
That is very good.
And
Right.
if you want, cog could accompany you and watch your six, as you might say.
Watch the 6 what?
Oh, sorry, it's a clock term. It means if he's facing 12, cog faces 6, so you can see behind him.
Feeling as horrible as I am, yes. If Gog is happy too, I know that I do not understand him, but I would be happy of the company on the way.
No, it's okay. You can go with him. Just yeah. Take note.
Cog sort of
balls.
looks at you for a minute. Yeah, it's fine. Cog looks at you, and you can see there's a puzzled look on its face. Cog's rarely separated from you.
It'll be okay. It's just for a short time. You can report back.
Cog then sort of apprehensively flutters towards Jewel and gingerly sets down on Jewel's shoulder. Folds the wings in.
Come on, Cog, we shall not be very long. I do not want to be without these. Feeling the way I am. Let's go.
Make sure nothing sneaks up on her. I just had to say that just to make sure I got the fucking pronoun right.
So as then Cog's feet sort of settle onto your shoulder, the body rotates round, and the eye just looks behind you the whole time now.
Nice.
Very cool.
Okay, so yeah, Jewel is heading out. Will miss the tiles that she thought. Will then book it back down the corridor and out through the door.
Excellent. As Jules then retreating out of this crypt, dungeon, undercroft, whatever you want to call it, Karsus and Lex, what are you two doing?
Why'd you ask, Matt?
We're going to do a circle jerk.
Why do I ask? Is it a circle jerk when there's only two of you?
Well, that's true. His tail could be. Yeah, that's true. He could do a reach around with his tail, though. That'd be good. No. Now that I have to admit, Lex, there was a bit of a no. I'm Lex. Fucking hell, I'm having a stroke. I have to admit, process that.
So sorry.
There was a little bit of an ulterior motive to me suggesting Jewel go to the Lyceum instead of me, mainly because I thought if you were to be attacked, I would actually help rather than run away. But secondly, I want to apologize for casting that spell on you. I know I upset you. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to protect you. And in that fight, you saved me. My emotions got the better of me, and you killed that creature. Thank you.
I'm gonna Cuss has been not avoiding you, but just keeping a very much a cold shoulder. And then I think for the first time since the spell was dispelled, Cuss is actually going to face you and going to say, "Well, you weren't the only one in the fault, I suppose. I appreciate your apology, but I don't know. You probably didn't really have a reason to know that I wouldn't like that to happen. You seem to be someone that likes to calculate things and strive to do the right thing. And I guess you just thought the right thing was to stop me at the time. And let's be honest, the only way you can stop me is by going to my mind. So, yeah. I get it. And I suppose I apologize for overreacting. Yeah.
I can see now that your mind, your intellect seems to be one of your prized non-physical possessions. So it seems a proportionate reaction.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. It's just bad experience with people getting in my head and telling me what to do, and yeah.
That is strange, because my whole life I have thrived on always having a directive or someone telling me what I should do. So it's weird that I find comfort in that and you hate it.
Yeah. Well, did you always want to do the things that people were telling you to do?
Definitely not at first. But when I was made to see that people usually giving me logical advice were higher in the hierarchy, I suppose, so they had the right to tell me, but also their advice always seemed to work out in the end, so I came to see the logical sense in it, but at first it was hard for me to adjust. I still struggle sometimes, if I'm honest, but don't tell anyone.
All right. What if... Let's say that someone told you to, I don't know, be someone you're not, and you have to continuously play that role, even though you know it's wrong, and it doesn't feel like it's something you should do, and it's not true. How would you feel about that, for example?
Who has given me this directive?
Well, let's say it was someone you cared about. Like, I don't know, maybe like let's say it was the mayor of your town, for example.
Would the aim of what they were asking me to do be to keep order or restore the balance?
Yeah. Keep order, keep up appearances.
That there are two separate things. Acting to the greater good of keeping the balance is different than one's own personal version of that.
Huh. Would your reaction be different to those two things?
Yes. Acting to it within the greater good to restore the balance. If their suggestion was to achieve that, then I would follow it. But if it's for their own personal gain or their own twisted version of what balance should be, then no.
Well, I'm glad to know that in the eyes of Lex, I did the right thing.
In the eyes of the universe, you did the right thing. That's how I see things.
Well, that is a lot of eyes. It's the whole universe.
Well, probably just one big giant eye, if I think about it. But yeah, I do like to think that me and you, being polar opposites, you act with emotion. I act with sense and order. I like to think that within our little group, we create our own balance.
That's true. Well, yeah, I think about my actions. I don't just act willy-nilly, but I guess I just see that what you feel is also important. It's not just about solving a problem.
Yeah.
Being true to yourself is also perhaps even more important than, the order of things.
You make sense in what you say, but as you've seen from the fight, my power comes from order. And when I go to my most primal self, it sometimes fails me. And I don't want to let everyone down. I have a lot of A lot of things riding on this mission.
Like what?
I must restore balance. That's a heavy burden to carry.
Is it just you? Or are there others of you?
Oh no, we are many. But me and Cog are currently alone here on this mission. We're part of a wider network, you might say.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I've been wanting to ask you one thing, which is, I have never seen anyone like you and anyone that can kind of do the things you do. So I suppose I wanted to ask you where you come from.
I come from the Oblivion Islands.
Oh.
Do you mean UNT? Or the source of my power?
Are they two different things?
I suppose it depends what power we speak of. I do have some innate abilities that come with my heritage. But I also have some, I suppose, gifted abilities from my mission giver.
All right. I don't usually like to take on stuff from my past, but the people I grew up with, they taught me something. They taught me that if you give off information, you should always receive something back. So if you tell me, or I suppose if I tell you something that you want to know, do I get to know who your mission giver is? It's knowledge. Order is restored.
Give and receive, yeah. That is a balance. You're playing to my weakness there. I like what you did. That sounds
I also
fair.
just like to give and receive, to be honest. So
I'm assuming that's a pun that went over my head. Do you mean gifts?
sure, yeah, they also work.
Yeah, if the information you provide me is worthy enough, I will reciprocate. I think this is what is known as bonding, right?
Is it? I think so. I think it's what people call it.
I've been told, yeah.
What do you want to know?
Oh, that's a good. Why did you want to go delve into the archives on people of your heritage? Why do you not know about your own heritage? Boom! Fucking, that's a good one. I'm happy with that one.
You know what, Lex? As someone that doesn't use weapons in fighting, you sure like to go for the jugular. I was born into a house of people that do not look like me. Both my parents are human. Well, both of the people I grew up with are human. I don't know if I would call them my parents anymore. And when these, and I'll point to my horns, started to appear, I was in a lot of trouble. because the people I grew up with, they're not the most open-minded regarding people that look different from them. So I want to know a little bit more about people like me. What happens? What needs to happen for someone like me to appear?
Okay.
Because there's theories and there's theories and myths where I come from, but I don't know. I just want to know.
It makes sense that you'd want to go on that journey of self-discovery. And I suppose it's only fair that I now reciprocate. And it's quite...
I've had a journey of self-discovery. It's just another one.
And can I just say, it makes logical sense for society to have a breadth of people of different creeds, races, religions, whatever, because that, by definition, brings balance to society. So your adoptive parents were wrong. Just to say that.
One day I'll let them know that you said that.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, if
I feel like
my gift is worthy to know where
flapping.
Lex comes from.
Well, like I said, I come from the Oblivion Islands, but I feel like Cog would be flapping in my face now, but he's not here, so I suppose I can divulge a little bit. I, like you, was somewhat raised by people who are not like me myself. Well, until I was a younger boy, I was on the Oblivion Islands with my family. Then I eventually found myself in a world unlike this one, full of order, lore, systems, mechanical cogs, processes, people like Cog as well. And they taught me the way of order, the way of balance, and how that can bring me great power, and how I have a duty and responsibility to keep that balance across the world. And that, I suppose, is how I gained my power, and that is how I got set on this mission. Because the planar rifts that once took me to that land are upsetting the balance of things. So I now investigate those planar rifts and make sure they do not bring chaos to this world again.
So you went to another plane?
Yes.
Was that on purpose? Were you chosen? What?
Well, I was, as you quite know, I'm quite a curious kid. I like taking things apart even way before I ended up there. So if a portal opened up, I was going to investigate it, and I just happened to get stuck on the other side.
Wow.
And that was 30 years ago.
30? Wait a second, Matt. 30, that's interesting. I wonder what happened 30 years ago.
Well.
Cool. Cool.
That was the easiest 15 minutes of my life, guys.
Welcome. I was really like, what do I say? How much do I say? But I thought, fuck it, we're bonding.
I'm out of popcorn, guys. What the fuck?
You're just about to get to the good bit where it's just about to fuck.
Don't, chat will explode.
I was going to say, I think I've never seen chat ship so much action. So, there we go.
It's only session 5.
There we go.
Reel 'em in.
So then, having had this heart-to-heart of sorts, I will leave you two now to do whatever you want in that room. The Streamlabs yet again comes in with a silly ban. Sorry for that. Or silly warning. Ignored that. We'll sort that one out as well. Jewel.
Yes.
By this point, you have exited out of the doorway, out into the early dawn light of a new day. And you are very quickly making your way, thank you, across to the staircase that leads down from the Acropolis and back into the Arcane Quarter. You head down there. Streets are still very empty. You see a few guards now beginning to sort of patrol around.
I realise I may have disadvantage on this for a number of reasons, including COG and the speed that I'm going, but I would like to, in somewhat, be quite stealthy.
Make me a stealth check, please.
Okay. With disadvantage or not?
Nope.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you manage to keep yourself into the shadows, and what you notice is as you start to skulk into the shadows, COG itself sinks lower into your shoulder and makes itself smaller, almost rolls right up into the crook of your neck and just shuffles along, its eyes still facing behind you. You can feel now that it sits on your neck, that cold metal, but there's also just a subtle, almost vibration to COG. You can feel the mechanics moving inside of this creature. You stick to the shadows and eventually you make your way to the Arcane Lyceum. The doors are shut.
As I get to the doors, I'll stand up. Were we followed? Did you see anyone? I don't know what that means. I will knock on the door.
The door opened slightly and Mayon's head. Jules?
Oui. It's me.
I was not expecting you right now.
Sorry, who did you say this was?
Mayon, the Carsus's visitor,
Yes.
the female elven receptionist.
We met at Anesia earlier. We got quite beaten up by some creatures. Anyway, we have found the. I do not want to say too much. Please, can I speak to her, please?
Of course.
I mean, if you just let me in,
I
will tell you more. But I am not saying anything out here.
Come.
Merci.
Mayon closes the door. You look shaken and injured, Jewel. Is there anything I can do?
Beaten to shit, I think is the better word for it. I will be.
I've seen better shit.
Let me calm. We have found.
Like you what?
Love it when an accent goes weird. We have found a something that looks like the opposite of what the Artemisia has. A contraption that I would put money on is interrupting, and we have found it. We were beaten quite hard to find it, but we have found it, and I believe that she will need to come in to deactivate it or something, but I want to show her immediately. I have left the other two there because we did not want anyone to find it.
Oh, well, if you just head up, I'll send message that you are on your way. Go.
Thank you. So Jewel will run straight for the lift, knowing what it is, and if there's no one there to use the lift, will have remembered where that button is.
So as you approach running, you can see that very thin-looking Minotaur gentleman who just sees you coming, slowly stands up, presses the button. In.
Yes. I understand how these work now. Thank you.
Steps in after you, presses the button that just goes up, faces away from you. As you rise up to that level, doors open again. Out.
It is always a pleasure to speak to you. Au revoir.
Go.
Runs out straight to a door.
Okay, you run towards Artemisia's door.
She doesn't knock, she just goes in. Or tries to, at least.
Okay. As you push against the door, surprisingly it opens. The room is dark.
Senior Alchemist? Are you here? Please, Artemisia.
Silence.
Okay, Jill would like to have a good look around the room. As in, from where she is. Just, is there anything she can see?
Okay. This room is very dark. You can just about see the outline of the orrery. There is a big curtain at the far end where the sort of window was, if you like, that has been drawn across. The only light you see in this room comes from what looks like a single candle that is on a desk.
That's the only light source. Can I go up to where the candle is then? And I'm going to... I know I've just spoken out to the room, but I'm still going to hunker down, get low, and try and sneak up to where that candle is.
Okay. As you look towards that candle and sort of look around slightly and then stealthy your way up, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I'll take it. 21.
21. As you scamper across this floor, there's one point where your foot slips out from underneath you as you step in some form of liquid and catch yourself. And then make it to the desk.
Well, I wouldn't make it to the desk. Whatever that is, I'd inspect what the hell where that came from.
Okay. You look down and you see a very thick, sticky liquid.
I will go to the desk, grab the candle, and see if that illuminates what the hell that was.
Okay. As you lift the candle up and bring it over to where the liquid was, and this is where now your dark vision also kicks into gear, you see a pool of blood, and about 5 feet away, a corpse.
The corpse of Artemisia.
Would you like to go and find out?
Yeah.
Would you go up? you see the familiar robes, the familiar hair now splayed out, and the lifeless face of the senior alchemist, Artemisia, with her throat slashed.
Absolutely horrified. She'll peg it towards the door. Jewel would remember the... Well, have we been given the name of the Minotaur? I can't remember if we did. No. Okay.
You've not been given it. You may have heard it shouted, but if you don't remember it...
I don't remember it, no, but I don't know whether Jewel would.
Evan.
Trying to see if I remember it now.
Because he just talks, you run. That's how he talks, mate.
I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't seem to have a note about it because I quite literally made them up. So anyway,
That's fine. It will be that Jewel will open the door and run back to the lift. Is he still there?
no.
What? Fuck. Oh. Is the lift there?
Would you like to press the button and see?
Yeah.
Okay. As you press the
Frame
button,
job.
you hear the contraption. And the door opens. And 4 hierophants
Yeah.
of Thalyssa step out. Halt where you are. On your knees.
No, I just found the senior alchemist.
On your knees.
Shit. She'll get down on her knees.
As you get down on your knees, one of the hierophants steps round and you can see them take out a pair of manacles. At this point, Cog and just flies off. The hierophant reaches behind you, pulls your arms down, begins to put the manacles on. What are you going to do?
Can I bonus action perception check if they are in any way arcane? Can I just see markings? Can I see that they're anything other than just standard?
Make me a perception check then, please.
Yeah. Ah, fucking bollocks. That will be... I keep pressing the wrong one there. 8. Fuck.
Right, you don't, in your quick looking around, just trying to spot anything, you don't sense or see anything arcane, but you can't be sure.
Shit.
This has gone very well.
Yeah, I have a... Do I have a plan? I don't have a plan.
I have a tenth of a plan.
I have 11% of the plan right now. Okay, yeah, fuck. With panic and 4 of them around me, yeah, they'll go on before she's made a decision.
Okay. You are under arrest for the murder of Artemisia Calianera. Come quietly, and you will be treated with respect. Cause a fuss, and we will be forced to take action.
She doesn't say anything.
Okay, you are marched into the
Does she have her
ascending
hand
machine.
behind her back or her front?
They are behind your back.
Okay.
They get in and they press the button. The door opens. You now see 2 hierophants in the reception area. No sign of Mayon. hierophants at the doors that now stand open. You see one particular hierophant in a strange outfit with what looks like looking glasses and a belt strapped across their chest, filled with these little pouches that are full with different tools, and you're marched past them in manacles. You get to the doorway, you are led out into the dawn light. Again, it is fairly quiet. The only people now, the hierophants around you. You hear now whispers.
Nobody is told. Tell only magistrates keep it quiet until, well, the rumors get out at least. We must not cause panic in the city. One of the highest has been murdered.
Where am I
And
being
they begin to
walked?
march you off. You are being walked back along, almost towards the market district.
So
And then they take a very sharp right turn and come back around the Acropolis area.
Are we walking past like houses and buildings?
You
Couple of
are
stories
walked
high.
past houses. You are then led down a smaller alley. And it looks like they're trying to keep you off the main thoroughfares.
As we're walking down that alleyway, if I look up, what do I see? What do I see around me? Am I seeing rooftops?
Yep. You would see rooftops, you would see silks that hang between buildings, and yeah, there's the odd sort of like flag that comes out or anything, or things like that. There's nothing particularly of note, but there are just buildings, rooftops, silks, flags, and you're walking down this dark alley. Or back alley, I won't say dark because it's dawn.
Probably will, for comedic action, go horrifically wrong. And I'm here for it.
Do it.
Jewel is a slender creature, fairly agile, and would like to do the bitching move of jump through her manacles. So basically her arms are in front of her now.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a cat get in a vase, so this can
I
only
was
go
going to
well.
say, I mean, you know,
Make an acrobatics check, please.
Go on. Go
Come on,
on.
Dave.
25.
Yes!
You take this moment to just, and you jump, and the manacles are in front of you, and all four of these hierophants step back and draw out scimitars.
Hold on
I-
your knees.
Leap forward, and as I do, I will bonus action Misty Step. Out of nowhere, there is this.
What?
I thought you didn't like magic.
Out of
You sneaky
nowhere,
bastard.
there is this sort of Nightcrawler-esque dark, energy that just comes
yes.
from her tail, and as it does, she just poofs, and she will land on one of the rooftops above her.
Oh,
That's so
you
fucking
pulled
cool.
that out of the bag, man. Hold that out of the bag.
Fuck! Where did they go? Search the city. Do not rest until they are found.
I'm
I
guessing
want their
still
friends too.
I'm guessing I still have my manacles on there.
Still got your manacles on,
That's fine.
but they are in front of you.
Yeah. So, if I can reach my pack, I will attempt to pick them open.
Okay. Make me a dexterity check with proficiency bonus, please.
Dexterity check. That's one of those, one of those, that's one of those, and that is... Oh, I'm rolling good. 26. 21.
So you quickly reach into your pack, pull out a lockpick, and get one hand free, get the other hand free, place the manacles very gently down.
I'll
on
put
the
them in my
roof.
bag, actually.
What are you doing next?
Straight in my bag.
Okay, you put them in your bag.
Yeah, because, well, it's quieter and also keep them with me. And now, Jewel is going to use the rooftops and he's going to make a beeline for where her friends are.
Okay. So you make your way stealthily. I'm not going to ask you to roll for it because your stealth is stupidly high anyway. And you are hidden. So you just begin to, like a phantom in the night, just dance across these rooftops. And you can see guards almost marching through the alleyways searching. As you approach where the stairs are, you're on top of a roof. You can see the stairs themselves are now guarded. But the wall is climbable.
Fuck yes. Go for it.
Make me an acrobatics check, please.
Now, I need to double check it. Would it be in my features and traits? I swear there's something about being a tabaxi that I have some sort of climbing speed. I've got to have something. I just, for the life of me, haven't needed it yet. Sorry, guys. While I
think you do have a climbing speed.
I think. Oh, yes, that's it. My climbing speed is the same as my walking speed. I just need to know where that is.
It's in your movement speed if you click on it.
Oh, is it really? Fantastic. Climbing speed, 30 feet. Fuck, yes. Right, that is an acrobatics check then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be crap. That,
It's just
sorry,
some crap from Target Hidden Dragon shit.
that went straight into my other dice tray and landed on 4 dice. Let's try the real one. That's absolutely atrocious, but that'll do. I hope. What is that? 12. Ugh.
12. So you jump and, like Simba trying to climb back up the side of the rocks, you slip slightly and these rocks scatter below, and as they scatter below you begin to quickly climb up. Now make me a stealth check, please.
Okay. Come on, be better. Be better. Fucking brilliant. 26.
26.
God.
You can see the Hierophants look around, they see the rocks, and then they start to look up, and you're gone.
You're having the most
Cassis,
rogue 10
Lex.
minutes of D&D.
That's it. I mean, I'm rolling a new character next week because I have peaked.
You've used acrobatics, you've used Thieves' Tools, you've used stealth, yeah, awesome. Absolutely awesome.
So Cassis and Lex, obviously you know none of this has gone on.
Yep.
Having had your conversation, what else are you doing?
Trying to figure out a way to get all my spell slots back without having to have a long rest. But I don't.
Lex, I think it would be wise, maybe not to touch the book, but maybe see what the book that Joel was trying to grab has. It's got any information on it about the person that Joel says that she saw.
Yeah, there might be some symbols on that at least one of us might recognise.
Let's hope.
Yep.
What's on the page, Matt?
Okay, as you go and look at the page, it's written in common. It's written in very fancy script, and it's a journal of sorts. And the page that you're on is sort of the second half of what looks like an existing entry. And at the top it says, M reckons they're lost to us now, but I'll keep them around just in case. The machine is working somewhat. We have made contact. I'm not sure what the next step is. I will have to commune for that to be revealed. Those in the Lyceum have sought help. We will have to be mindful of that. M's told me not to worry. But we'll see.
M as in the letter?
M as in the letter.
What was the first word that you said, sorry?
The first word that I said.
Yeah, something is lost to us. What was that word?
M says they are lost to us.
M says they are lost. Okay.
Or M reckons is probably what I said.
Cool. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I thought that was a word.
When you said the machine is
So
working
M
somewhat,
reckons they are. Yep.
when you said the machine is working somewhat, what was the little bit you said after that?
You're asking me to remember something I literally made up. Yeah, so yeah, we have made contact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the machine is working.
Vague notes here, and it translated down to my head.
It's the machine's working. We've made contact. Not sure what the next step is. I will have to commune, which
Yes.
that word is very problematic. And does in the Lyceum sort help?
Yep.
Yeah,
so
the
we need to
Lyceum
be careful with
sort.
something.
I need to get the replay feature in VMix.
Those in the
because I clearly
Lyceum
need it.
sort help. M says not to worry, but I am not sure.
Fuck. Made contact. Made contact with what?
On the right-hand page.
What is he communing with?
Excuse me.
That worries me.
So on the right-hand page now, as you look, you see a drawing. It's a rough sketch in ink, but it looks like one of the creatures that you have just fought.
I was meant to ask this. Do we also know what those creatures are?
Make me an Arcana or Nature check, please.
Will most definitely be Arcana. 19.
19. You've, again, read of creatures like this. They are very rare when they're encountered due to their very nature. They are known as doppelgangers. And they are creatures that can shift form. But you also know that they are able to read surface thoughts of those they are engaging with or tracking. They tend to work together. They are there to steal or con.
I'll relay that back to Lex, so that he's aware.
That explains how he knew to present Silas to me. That's the only thing I couldn't figure out.
Who's Silas?
You know when he transformed into another UNT boy? That was Silas, my brother.
Oh.
That's when I lost all control.
Why would he... So they must have read your mind as well. So they can gather up onto the corpse. They can read minds. That thing wants to get knowledge.
And are we throwing in the shadow creatures as well? So we're stealing life essence, thoughts, and knowledge.
To do what? Are they giving it to someone else? Are they giving it for themselves?
Do they need it to power that machine? Or does the machine help them?
They could need it
Well,
to
if they
power
said-
the machine, actually.
Well, if they say commune, who are they communing with? Maybe that is the price they have to pay in return for whoever they're communing with.
Matt, considering that we're under a temple,
Mm-hmm.
Would it be reasonable to assume the commune has the religious? Well, no. I'm going to ask it this differently. Would Carsus know of the maybe communion ritual being a thing to talk to like deities and stuff? Is that something that they would be vaguely aware of?
Make me a straight intelligence check, please.
8.
8. Carsus is more familiar with the more scientific magical method. And the gods being in the state they are, it's never really been something that Carsus has been interested in. So, would you know that it's a religious thing? Not. Probably not.
Probably not. Great. Well, they might be trying to commune with. It doesn't make sense. They made contact with someone, but now they don't know what to do, and now they have to commune with someone else. So there's clearly two parties here, and then there's M, who seems to be ever a third party.
That can't be the magistrate, can it? No, that's a group of people, not one person. And they sent us here to investigate the missing people. So why would it be them?
Yeah, they were investigating the shadows. So if it's all connected, then
Can I try and remember? Because the head priest of the church, what was his name? I'll try and recall that.
Ooh.
Does that begin with an M?
Good shout.
No, it is.
I don't think I wrote that down.
I've got it here. It is the Hierophant Xanos Socrates. But I don't know whether you actually know his name, Socrates.
It is indeed.
But we did know Xanath Hierophant.
Yes, you were told Xanthos.
Xanthos, sorry.
And I was very incorrect in my naming of the guards earlier. Sorry, the guards are known as phalanx, not hierophants. Hierophants are the priests. So all of the guards that captured you, Jewel, were phalanx. That was me quickly reading a note and reading the wrong fucking paragraph.
That's fair enough.
I have to admit, I'm more confused. I thought we were going to find answers in here. I just have more questions.
Well, at least we know that this is definitely the place where you should be. Because if they say that they made contact, and if we're assuming that it's something to do with this machine, then maybe this machine does generate rifts.
Yeah, that is right. And maybe with them saying that we've been sent to help, but we shouldn't worry about that. Maybe they weren't worried because they knew we were being attacked by the shadow creatures, and they'd already sent them to dispose of us somewhat. So that's why he was so surprised to see us down here, because he already thought we'd been dealt with, maybe. Whoever that guy was who disappeared.
Carsus, make me an investigation check, please.
Too fucking nervous, Matt. 11.
11. Now you have got closer to the book and where it is. As Jewel tried to pick up the book, you noticed that the book has shifted slightly, and underneath the left fold there is what looks like 2 scrolls and a small leather-bound book.
It's fucking tempting is what that is.
It's like a big red button, you just want to press it.
I do want to press it. 2 scrolls in a leather-bound book, did you say?
Yep, small leather-bound book, yep.
Oh, boy. Well, Lex, I don't think we're going to find anything else on here, on this book. I do see a couple of things underneath it. Maybe I can try and grab them. And if I go down, just I have another potion in my bag. So
Is that the sensible course of action?
nope. And I'm gonna grab the scrolls in the book.
Amazing. So you very quickly grab the scrolls in the book and lift your hands up. And nothing happens.
See, sometimes going with emotion works.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe in luck, but you seem to be the exception to that. I don't know how you got away with that.
I'm sure it'll bite me in the ass at some point. I'll put the two scrolls on the ground in between us, and I'm going to open the two scrolls and then the book.
Okay. So as you open the first scroll and sort of open it out, it's very easy for you to understand what this scroll does. It is a scroll of sleep. Allows you to cast the sleep spell. The second scroll, as you roll it out again, being the wizard that you are, easy to understand the calculations and the ritual nature of it, you find a scroll of witch bolt.
Nice.
Very nice.
Then you look towards the little leather-bound book. And engraved on the front are two letters, which are J and S. Would you like to open the book?
Certainly. Let's go for it.
Okay. As you open the book, you realise this is quite clearly a spell book. And it is relatively new, or at least it's not full of a lot of spells. It looks like somebody had just started this relatively early in their career. But you do find 4 spells in there that you currently do not have access to or do not know. You find the spell Dust Devil.
What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Find Familiar.
Cool.
Unseen Servant.
Oh, boy.
And
Unseen
Vortex
Servant.
Warp.
Vortex Warp. Yeah, looking at those 4 spells, sort of ignoring, well, not really, but have a big, I'll look towards Lex, and it's almost like a Sherlock Holmes moment where starts piecing pieces together, and I'll just say, this is a spell book with 2 scrolls. So, and you said there was a quill and an ink, didn't you? Yeah. So it seems like whoever was here was was in the process of maybe passing these 2 spells to their book. And this is the thing, Alex. You can tell a lot about a wizard by the spells they have on their book.
Okay.
So someone was here trying. You see these, and I'll point to the spells, which I don't even know if Lex can read some of these, because I don't think they're in the sorcerer fucking spell list. But I'll point towards Find Familiar and Unseen Servant specifically, and I'll say, see, these are spells that are summoning things. They're bringing something from somewhere else, and you are able to send these individuals, much like you just did with Cog. You can do that. You can just send them across to do your bidding and find things for you. And then there's this spell. I'll point to the Scroll of Sleep. is this spell which can allow to put people to sleep, and we know that from experience that shadows like to attack when people are asleep.
Holy gears. So that person who disappeared before we as we arrived, we think this is their spell book, and they are responsible for summoning and controlling those shadow creatures.
Yes, well, Jules said that that person was by the desk, so it is not because this was underneath the journal. They probably were just writing the notes on that entry just as we came in.
So, find familiar unseen servant, if that's what they mean. What's the other two? I'm not familiar.
So, Lex, you would actually recognise the spell Dust Devil and the spell Vortex Warp. You would also, if you were looking down towards the scrolls, you would recognise Witch Bolt as well.
Yeah, boy. I recognise some of these. Dust Devil, Vortex Warp. This can't be good. Witch Bolt is another one I recognise. This creature might be more powerful than we think.
It seems like a relatively new spellbook as well, so maybe they lost the previous one, or I don't know.
Well, if they're in commune with something, maybe they're being drip-fed this knowledge, and they're acting the way they are, and in return they are receiving these spells to maybe fast-track their advancement.
Potentially, yeah.
It's at this moment, Lex, you feel that sense of unease, desperation, and fear as Cog flutters in the room, and the actual central body is just whirling, turning, and Cog is in all sorts of disarray. And in your mind, you can see what Cog saw. The body, the guards, and Jewel in manacles. And that right there, folks, is where we are going to leave it for this week. I know we could do like 4 hours more, but it's the 3-hour mark. And
yeah.
Why do adult?
Thanks for the new follow, by the way.
Yes, thank you for the follow. I didn't want to interrupt just while we're doing that, but that is amazing. Thank you so much. So yeah, there we go, guys. A lot of shit just happened there. A lot of shit just happened there. Some dots starting to be joined. More to go and find, I think. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for the subscribes tonight, for the follows. Thank you to the new chatters as well. Welcome. We hope you enjoyed the show. It's amazing to have you all here. Don't forget to go and join the Discord channel where you can continue these conversations, share fan art, share your own streams, build that community. Yeah, just come and join us there. Stick around because we will be raiding, so please... yeah, join the raid, guide the raid if you want. There's the bits, or I forget what they're called, Wrath Strike Nuggets, there we go, to go and guide the raid, and all those different things. But that has been one hell of an episode 5, only 5 episodes in. Oh, and by the way, guys, you can give yourselves a level up.
Hey!
So there we go. We will roll hit points during the week, and what I'll get to do, we'll sort of take some pictures of what we roll, and I'll let everybody know via social, or we'll let everybody know via social media. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. The chat has been amazing tonight. It's been awesome. Yeah, who knows when we'll get that Lex Karsis ship going, but yes, let's wait and see what happens over the next 5 episodes. So, with all that said, I'm going to give another quick shout out to Dungeon Alchemist, Albo Rodeo, 2 Minutes Tools, BattleBards Tabletop Audio, because they were the main tools we've used tonight, and they've been awesome. Don't forget to go and check out BattleBards if you want that. Any sound effects of your own, use that code that came up on screen earlier, Malt Magic. When you register, get yourself a cheeky discount. But until next week, where we will be one man down, but, well, we'll be one regular down. There may be other things in the work if I can wangle it. We'll see what happens. But yes, we will see you same time next week for the next episode in this rather confusing journey. Stay safe. We wish you all well, and we'll see you then.